Thank you. Now to a developing story. The White House has announced that President Barack Obama is removing Cuba from a list of state sponsors of terrorism. This marks a key step in the bid to normalize relations between the two countries. CBS 4's Lauren Pastrana is live for us outside Versailles restaurant in Little Havana with what people are saying there about this. Lauren.
And Elliot, not surprising, the overwhelming reaction here to this news is negative. No shouting or protesting, but certainly quite a few conversations being had on this matter at the coffee window here at Versailles. Just days after shaking hands with Cuban President Raul Castro, President Obama now intends to remove the communist country from the U.S. government's list of nations that sponsor terrorism. The move has people talking at Versailles restaurant in Little Havana.
No surprise for me. I expected that with Panama, shady hands.
Unbelievable what he do, but Obama don't care. He's not your country. He don't care about Cuba. He only want to do something for the history.
Nothing has changed. Cuba continues to be a sponsor of terrorism. They still are a repressive regime. Nothing has changed. I don't know what Obama is doing. Is betraying democracy and freedom for Cuba and for anybody else in the world that aspires to be free.
Cuba has been on the state sponsors of terrorism list since 1982 because of its support of leftist insurgents in Latin America. But President Obama called for a review of the country's status in December, following the announcement of a shift toward normalized relations between the two countries. Just one day into his run for the White House, Senator Marco Rubio is weighing in.
Well, the decision made by the White House today is a terrible one, but not surprising, unfortunately. Cuba is a state sponsor of terrorism. They harbor fugitives of American justice, including someone who killed a police officer in New Jersey over 30 years ago. It's also the country that's helping North Korea evade weapons sanctions by the United Nations.
Congresswoman Ileana Ros-Lehtinen issued a statement which said in part, quote, "This unwise decision to remove Cuba from the SST list illustrates that the Obama administration is willing to concede to the demands of the Castro brothers in order to set up an embassy in Cuba. Removing Cuba from the terrorist list does not help the Cuban people, as they are still left oppressed and without even basic human rights, while emboldening its oppressors." Now, Cuba won't officially come off that list until after a 45-day review period. Once it is removed from the list, there will still be 3 other countries on it: Iran, Syria, and Sudan. Live in Little Havana, Lauren Pastrana, CBS 4 News.